This is a city that never sleeps. Good old New York. What I love about this place is that it's a metropolis of shopping experiences and one of the world's most innovative cities. New York has a population of over 8 million consumers, many of whom are time-pressured, highly demanding, sophisticated and hard-to-please individuals. To survive in this place, you've got to be really good. The New York marketplace breeds its own type of shoppers, and that's why leading pharmacy Duane Reade knows exactly how to appeal. You could say it has a New York state of mind. Joe Magnacca is president at Duane Reade and also president of Daily Living Products and Solutions at Walgreens.
The Duane Reade business, is a 41-year-old business that was primarily based in the New York marketplace. It was privately owned for quite a while, recently acquired by Walgreens Co. The exciting thing about Duane Reade is it has roughly a 70% market share in Manhattan. It really is synonymous with New York and New Yorkers, and the exciting thing about it is it's basically on every corner. It's a drugstore format, but at the end of the day, it really serves as, kind of your everything store. And one of the biggest challenges and opportunities was taking, what were perceived to be great locations and great product and turning it into great assets and great format development from a product point of view. Our target shopper varies a little bit by area, but at the end of the day, she is more youthful than a traditional drugstore shopper. One of the objectives in drug is obviously to get a much more youthful consumer, and I think in New York we have a distinct advantage at trying to attract that person again. So primarily we look between 24 and 35 as our targeted demographic.
Building a retail brand with strong emotional appeal revolves around developing a detailed understanding of customers' lifestyles, needs and wants. Strategic branding company CBX has worked closely with Duane Reade to formulate the shopping experience. Joe Boner is president of retail.
Duane Reade are really passionate merchants. They're very good at really getting into the details of their business. And we see ourselves a little bit as their brand police. No two stores in the city are alike. And so our job is to make sure, how do you take this brand that they've created and then execute that in locations that are very unlike one another. So you've got big ones, small ones, multi-floor ones, and we really work well together in trying to make sure that the integrity of the brand is maintained in all these locations.
What's interesting is that Duane Reade's transformation lies in the close working relationship with CBX. Clearly developing a New York-centric approach relies upon a deep understanding of how things tick in the neighborhoods of this city. Joe Boner again.
More and more we see female shoppers searching for convenience just like men, but unlike the traditional convenience store in this country where you've got big gas canopies and lots of cigarettes and beer, this tends to be more suited for the female shopper, and so there's a pharmacy component, there's a beauty component, and yet there's a daily fill-in need component. And so I think that this is a global trend where we'll see convenience and beauty and health really being integrated. I think it's a big story, actually.
Well, CBX and our relationship was really first founded with some private label development that we did. We brought in the team to review our existing private brand platform and looked for them to, as a New York-based entity, to give us a bit of a New York representation from a design perspective, and they really hit the mark out of the gate. So the exciting thing was we really aligned quite well with the New York consumer, understanding how we want to differentiate our products. So they came in and developed a great line called Delish, along with our own, some of our own existing brands that they redesigned and certainly contemporized. The exciting thing was, we felt the relationship worked so well, we moved them into store design with us, assisting with our external partners relative to store design to kind of apply this look and feel across the organization.
The traditional image of a pharmacy is changing here in New York. consumers seem to relate really well to the new proposition, which also sells healthy, locally relevant and contemporary food and drink.
One of the exciting opportunities, and really the reason I came to the U.S., was because the drugstore business was a very tired industry. Coming from Canada, where drug had really changed dramatically over the last 10 years, become very much more European in terms of its style and format, using people like Boots as inspiration, we felt that there was a real need to change the drugstore format. And one of my personal objectives was, in moving to the U.S., was to say, how do we change that platform in the U.S.? And I think, obviously starting with a relatively small chain in Duane Reade in a very unique market like New York was obviously the right location to start and to prove the concept. Essentially what we want to do is build on the heritage of our great drugstore business, because we are founded in drug and health care in general, and take that to a new level, whether that's establishing ourselves in beauty, food, convenience in general, just taking the drugstore model to a higher level.
I think the future will continue to evolve and will continue to grow in many areas. I think food and pharmacies is not just a temporary, let's see what happens. I think it's probably something that's here to stay. So I think you'll see many pharmacy retailers continue to experiment. And again, I think convenience will continue to be a big motivator for a lot of chains.
This is one of the most vibrant, multicultural metropolitan areas in the world, a nucleus of forward-thinking shopping experiences, and for Duane Reade, an excellent opportunity to grow and develop their offer. I'm Dan Munford for RetailVision, New York.